Welcome everybody, it's the boy AJ Trip, and it is time for my Thor Ragnarok review. Spoiler alert, if you guys do not want to find out anything about the movie or anything like that, then this is your time to hit that little arrow button down at the bottom and go forward to another video of mine. But at this point, you're going to want to, I'm going to give you my thoughts and my review on Thor Ragnarok, along with some spoilers. So once again, spoiler alert. Okay, now here we go. This was I thought a pretty doggone good trailer. When it came out for the San Diego Comic-Con, you guys remember I put up there the greatest trailer ever, because this was it was amazing. There was some good stuff. Ooh, excuse me. It was some good moments, some funny moments, and I thought that this was going to be, maybe one of the greatest movies of all time. It wasn't that, but it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good. But definitely the trailer made it seem like it was going to be a lot more epic than it was. But it was still a good movie. Still, definitely a good movie. It starts off with Thor getting the the crown from the devil god Searcher, and taking it back to Asgard, where there's when he gets there, it's a play of what happened in the Dark World, and the words that are being said, and the way that it is being acted. But by the way, Thor, the actor who played Thor, looks like Matt Damon. I didn't see if it was Matt Damon. I wasn't looking for it, because I'll get to something like that in a minute. I'll get to fucker in a minute, but yeah. But it looked like it was Matt Damon, and it were things that only two people would know: Loki and Thor, right? And of course, at the end of Thor 2: The Dark World, we realized that Loki had become Odin, something like that. So, and when Thor gets back there, he realizes that it's Loki. And he goes up the steps off to go find Odin, and then we go to the cut scene from the Doctor Strange movie. If you've seen the Doctor Strange movie last year, it was actually this weekend, right? Yeah, I think it was like the first weekend in November. It was the cut scene at the end of there where he's talking to Thor, and he asks, "Why did you bring Loki to Earth?" And he just said, "Looking for your father." So they went looking for Odin, and Doctor Strange found him, and apparently Odin is, somehow, I guess because of maybe what Loki did to him, he basically put him in an old folks home in down in on Earth, and so I guess some things happen, and Odin starting to lose health, and he passes on. And it really is. This kind of sad. I was expecting it. I was like, "Don't cry, Andre. Don't cry, Andre." Because in those moments, I have been known to cry. So don't cry, but I didn't cry, which is good. Yeah, didn't cry. And then Thor is just like, he is mad. But before Odin dies, he tells him about Hela, the goddess of death, who is basically Thor's biological sister, of course, Loki's adoptive sister. And tells her about that, and tells her that he's been trying to keep her at bay, and he has been for a long time, but she's now, since he is on his way to pass it on, she is coming. And when he passes on, she comes, and then we see that awesome scene of when he throws the hammer and she breaks the hammer. And which is amazing. So then you get them going through everything, and Loki calls for him to be called into the Rainbow Bridge, and Hela knocks him out of the Rainbow Bridge, puts him onto like another planet, another world. And then Thor gets kidnapped by the Valkyrie chick, and all kind of crazy things happen to him. He gets his hair shaved and everything like that, and then he has to go to fight, and then we fight the champion, and then we figure out that it is champion is Hulk. And again, we saw those scenes where he's like, "It's a friend from work, Loki, Thor." And when he went back to what Thor actually he does what he did to Loki, he did it to Thor. Loki gets up and says, "Yes, that's how it feels." Very funny. And but really, for the most part, Thor was getting the best of Hulk. He was beating him up, and in the Grand Master, played by Jeff Goldblum, couldn't believe it. He was like, he just could not believe it, and then Thor had a thing on his neck that they could click a button, he would, it didn't go down. So that was that, and then that's what happened. He was getting ready to finish off Hulk with what looks to be like the Odin Force, or the Thor Lightning Force, whatever the hell they're gonna call it. I'm not sure, but that's what it was. And then they had some pretty funny banter back and forth. Thor and Hulk did going back and forth. Hulk gets naked and Thor goes, "Oh, I didn't need to see that. That's not gonna leave my prank so far." So we did not see a naked Hulk, thank God. But it would have been kind of funny to see a naked Hulk, or maybe it would have been funny. I don't know, I'm not sure. They couldn't put it in there because kids would watch this and everything. So, but then Thor had some funny moments together, and then Valkyrie came back, and he was trying to get her to. Because she's an Asgardian, and trying to get them to come back to Asgard and fight and try to save Asgard and everything like that. And while all this was happening, Hela was on there gathering an army and destroying the army that was already there and things like that, and trying to figure out who had stolen the sword to turn the Rainbow Bridge. And it was Heimdall. And he came back, Idris Elba once again revitalized his role of Heimdall, and he came back to do that, so that was good. Some of the other guys came back too. The guys who played Volstagg and the Asian guy, and then the Zachary Levi's character. Zachary Levi, who's going to be Black, The Rock is going to be Black Adam. He's going to be Shazam. But yeah, that's what is going to happen. They all went away. Now, Sif was not on it. Now, as most of you guys may know, maybe some of you don't, Sif, who is played by Jamie Alexander, has a TV show on NBC. It's called whatever the hell it is, called something. But it's a TV show, and it's on NBC. And she was like last season, she was like this woman who was like covered in tattoos and had woke up from a long, deep knockout sleep or something, whatever. But so she's doing this TV show. She wasn't able to do the stuff for the movie, anything like that. So there's a possibility that Sif can still be alive and still can make her way back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We'll just have to wait and see about that. But anyway, so he gets them together, and They come together, and then they try to get away from the guy, the Grandmaster, who's played by Jeff Goldblum. And of course, it's almost like Jeff Goldblum is doing an impression of Jeff Goldblum by playing this character. It really is. If you ever notice, like when a stand-up comedian does an impression of Jeff Goldblum, it's like this over the top, thing, and that's almost how it was. So that was incredible. And then they did a lot of other stuff too that I thought was really funny. A lot of jokes. This was a lot of jokey, funny stuff. A lot more joke-centric than it's normally been. Usually the jokes are few and far between. But this one was, it was as much as serious as it was also very joke-oriented too. So, Thor is able to get to. He figures out that how Thor got there. Thor figures out how Hulk got there to the planet that they're on by a Quinjet, which was, if you watch Avengers Ultron, he just flew off out of nowhere. He flew off into the space. So that's what it was. He goes and gets the Quinjet. Hulk tries to combat it, and he turns back, and then Thor puts up that video of Black Widow, and he turns back into Bruce Banner, and then he figures out that he's been Hulk for 2.5 years, and he can't believe it, and all this and everything like that. And then he realizes that because of what happened, he may not be able to turn back into, if he becomes the Hulk one more time, he may not be able to turn back into Bruce Banner anymore. He may stay the Hulk forever. And so we also get to see that Hulk is also becoming more talkative and more. It's just not Hulk smash or anything like that. He's putting words together and becoming a little bit more, verbal and things like that. So that might be good too. And so then they then they hook up with Valkyrie again. This time she's on board, and she had a battle with Loki, and she's got Loki, doing all of this and everything, and then they tied Loki up. And but of course Loki is all about his tricks, so he's trying to stay in good with the Grandmaster. So he's going to try to trick Thor into capturing him, but otherwise Thor once again turns the table on Loki. And ever since the first Avengers, when Loki got Thor in his machine, and he said, "Where do you always fall for that?" Loki has not been able to get Hulk. Hulk is not able to get Thor with any of his tricks or his mind foolery or anything like that. So I think that's a good move. And there's like some things where you can definitely see that we've seen it in the past, but you can definitely see that Thor really did have so much affection for Loki, and Loki just, whether it was his true nature of being the half frost giant, or if it was just pure jealousy of his brother, he never could see that in him. So, and it's a shame. Although we get to the end, it might be something special. But yeah. So then they get and then they figure out a way to try to get get out of there, and the way they're gonna get out of there is through something called the Devil's Anus. And then they start talking about the Devil's Anus, and Loki talks about something about he wants to go up the anus too. And it's just, no, you can't see. I mean, that's just is wrong. You can't say that. So everything, and they fight their way. Like I said, they've already Thor, Valkyrie, and Banner fight their way out wherever the hell they are. I think it was called Sakaar. Out of Sakaar, and get their way back to Asgard. And Asgard is now being like under siege. It is now Hela's minions and demons, and against like the men and women of Asgard, and then it starts the battle. And then in the battle between Thor and Hela, Thor loses his eye, his right eye, just like his father, and he loses his right eye, and kind of surprising, and he doesn't get his hammer back or anything like that. But the Odin Force or the Thor Force, whatever you're gonna call it, comes back into him and tries to put him down. And then through the battle, they realize she also has this big wolf, and Big Wolf is getting ready to attack people. And then Banner, of course, being the hero that he is, risks being Hulk forever. But first of all, he jumps out of the plane they're in, and then falls dead on the Rainbow Bridge. Did not turn. It's almost like how Edward Norton didn't turn in his Hulk movie, and then he turned. He grabbed out and turned out exactly what he did. He got up and turned out, and he was destroying the wolf and beating them up. They had an epic battle and underwater and everything like that, and then Thor realizes that the Ragnarok had to come true. It had to come true so that Surtur could kill Hela. And there was a rumor that Hela was going to be working for Surtur, but Surtur kills Hela. That's what he thinks the prophecy is, and so Loki and a bunch of the folks from the Sakaar planet. They bring all the remaining Asgardians onto the ship, and then Loki goes and he puts the thing that Thor got earlier, puts the crown of Surtur, and puts it onto the eternal flame, and that brings out the giant Surtur. And then Hulk just likes to smash, so Hulk does he goes and he does his smashing. On Surtur, but it doesn't work. So then they all flee. They all get on the ship. You don't see Loki getting on the ship, but apparently he does. And Thor's prophecy was true. Surtur destroys Asgard and kills Hela as by the way. So and there's this thing where they kept saying it. Odin said it in a vision to Thor when he was fighting Hela, that Asgard is anywhere the Asgardians are. It's not the land. It's where it was. So and then what's his face says it. Heimdall says it to Thor again, because always Heimdall sees all. So that's his special Asgardian ability. And so we get there now. Thor has taken his spot as the rightful king of Asgard. Hulk by his side, Valkyrie by his side, Heimdall, his brother Loki at his side, and he's got the remaining Asgardians and some of his friends from Sakaar that helped out in the battle. And so they're trying to figure out where to go. They decide to go to Earth, and so they're gonna go to Earth, live on Earth as humans, and I'm sure Shield and all the other people will help them out by giving them IDs and things like that, and give them jobs, becoming human. They may even become agents of Shield. Which, by the way, I think that show is going to start back, once Inhumans comes on. So it goes off. Inhumans comes on tonight. This is like the second to last episode. I think next week is the finale of this little thing they did. I really enjoyed that, but I didn't hear nor there. So yeah, that's what happened then. Then the cutscene was they had to the before credit scene after the end title was Loki talking to Thor, talking about, "I think that's a really good idea to go back to Earth." He goes, "Yeah, they love me down there. They don't love me down there. That's true, but everything would be okay." And then another ship just comes out of nowhere. And what I believe happened is when Loki was down there taking the crown, he went past that blue scene that he had. If you remember in the first Avengers, he had that blue box that he would use to like freeze some people, or freeze some things, right? I think that also when Hela went down there at the beginning, when she had sent Loki and Thor to the Sakaar planet, she had went down there and then you could see there was the Infinity Glove, there was the Tesseract, there was that ice cube thing as well. So I think what's going to happen is that you're going to find out either in the Black Panther credit scene or at the beginning of the Avengers. Those are the next two movies, Avengers Infinity War. You're going to find out that Loki took that gauntlet, and that gauntlet is going to draw in Thanos, and then Thanos is going to follow Thor and Loki to Earth, and then that's when the battle for the Infinity War begins. I think that's what's going to happen. And that was good. Now the second cutscene had nothing to do with anything other than them just having some fun, and there was a rebellion against the Grandmaster, and he was saying, "Hey, we did it. We had a rebellion, hooray!" So that was nothing big deal. So then that was that, and that was the movie. Again, like I said, it was they said the way the trailers made it feel like. It felt like it was going to be this epic movie, like how the Avengers was epic, or how like some other movies were epic. But but it wasn't. But it was still good. It was still good. I would give it like 3.5, to maybe like 3 3/4 star movie. This is still a good movie. I'd also probably say that out of the Thor franchise, this was probably the worst one. But then again, you're talking about the original Thor movie, which is like 4.5 stars, and then this one, which is 4 stars. The second one, which was 4 stars, and then this one, which is 3 3/4 stars, 3.5 stars. So, but again, none of these movies bad. Being the worst one is like being the worst out of LeBron, KD, and Steph Curry, however you feel. I mean, that's basically how it is, right? When it comes to these movies. So yeah, that's my review. I would say if you guys are going to go see it, make sure or if you guys were thinking about going to see it, you didn't know, I hope my review helps you out. You need to go see this movie. I think this is enjoyable. Well, I say this anyway. But see, here's the thing about this, because even if it was a bad movie, I would tell you to go see it anyway, because you need to see all of these movies to continue to keep up with what's going on with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, because you find out something and it gets you caught up. So I would say you never miss a movie, and we'll see when it comes to the DC universe. I have seen Batman, Superman. I went to see Wonder Woman. I'm going to see Justice League. I'm going to see maybe I might see maybe the other movies like the Flash, the Aquaman one. Don't know about if they're going to do a Cyborg one or not, or even if they're going to do other Batman movies. But whatever the case, I think I'm going to go see those. So I would say once again, yeah, make sure you go and check out this movie. And then make sure in February you go see Black Panther, and then make sure that in May, the Avengers Infinity War. That's going to be apparently, and of course, we already know that maybe some people are do not make it out of Avengers Infinity War alive. So, and you see, if you've seen the leaked video online, it seems to be just a total battle between the Avengers and Thanos. So it's gonna be awesome. Alrighty, y'all. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys have seen the movie, give me your review. Give me your star rating. Give me, just let me know what you think about the entire whole movie, the whole franchise. Are you excited for what's coming up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Let me know down in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I'm out.